afternoon, and good evening for whatever time you're viewing this video. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm just going to go over a quick little update about life. I think the last video that I posted was back in December of 2021, and it is now June of 2022. So definitely a lot of life changes. I'll start with work. I did end up switching jobs. I was doing targeted case management, and now I am a family finding specialist. So essentially what I'm doing is once the child is removed or almost into foster care, we try to help out and find relatives for the child to be placed with. I am going to break down my targeted case manager job for those who might be a little interested. I do think that position works a lot, maybe as even like a stepping up until a traditional case management position, just because I think because of insurance, they are stricter on the caseload. So you're not going to have that overwhelming amount of cases that you may have in a traditional case management position. So I think it might be like a good stepping stone for people that are interested in the field. You get to fill it out and see how it is. So I will do a video on that. School is going well. I got 2 semesters to go. I'm so excited about finishing, but I am in my summer semester, so it is a condensed session. So it's 15 normally. In the summer it goes down to 10. So I have one class now. It's cognitive behavioral therapy, and we have to do like skill demonstration. The workload for that class is higher than maybe previous classes, and I wanted to take it. I looked at the syllabus and I was like, oh my gosh, what all this reading. There's 3 books to read, not one. Okay, 3 books to read every single week. I think until maybe like week 7 or something. So a lot of reading, a lot of assignments as far as the skill demonstration goes. And so I was like, oh my gosh, this is a lot of work. Should I switch? Because 10 weeks, they don't do anything to modify the classes. It's just condensed. So you still will have the same requirements as if you were in a 15-week class, which I think is something that, they really honestly should do something about that, but whatever. So I did consider it. I did consider switching the class, but I decided that it would be beneficial as far as my career to go ahead and take the class and learn what I need to learn. I'm not getting as much clinical experience in my internship. I did actually switch internships as well, which I haven't talked about, but I am going to do a video about questions that you should ask for your internship, because that's not something that we went over in class or anything. So it's kind of like, yeah, I think it's good information to know. But anyways, so I did change my internship. I'm still not getting clinical experience. It's more case management experience, but that was one of the reasons why I was like, okay, I need to take the class. I need, even if it's fake, I need some kind of practice of therapy. And so far, I got my first feedback from the first one that I did, and it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, which is great. But it was just the intro. So next one coming up will be more of like, okay, skip the intro, we're in the session, and so I get to try out some skills, and I'm looking forward to that. I think it's necessary for me. So that's school, that's work. As far as I'm just trying to look. Okay, as far as my hair, I'm trying to save the like deeper topics for later. Okay, as far as my hair goes, I did a challenge with my cousin for the last 2 months to do weekly washes. Just every week, making sure I wash my hair, condition it, all that good jazz. And I'm testing out a theory. I'm going to I guess do little experiments along the way to just certify this, but I think that my hair does well with just nothing, no added hair. I didn't wear anything, like I wore my natural hair out for the last 2 months, and I did see, I think, about an inch and a half of growth. I did write it down, but I have it in front of me. But yeah, I think I did see I did see growth retention, because your hair is always growing, but I did see growth retention. And so I'm just like, okay, I think my hair does really well like this versus, and the reason why I did the challenge was because it had been a year. So, I skipped one of my 3 month appointments with my hairstylist. So it had been a year essentially that I was looking back of pictures of my hair, and essentially it was at the same length. And I'm like, what? Excuse me? What are you doing? So I just like took that time to really focus on my hair. So I encourage anybody to do that if you know you're really struggling with your hair growth. Just try not to put anything in it, like, you know, for a time period. Not saying you have to, not saying it's bad to do that, but I'm just saying just so you can focus on your hair and see, you know, maybe some of your some of the things that you might be doing wrong with it. So, okay, so that's hair. Finance-wise, because I did have a video about the Dave Ramsey baby steps. So I ended up getting a new car this year. I mean, I know. I got a new car. And I am working on paying that off in addition to paying off my credit card again, even though I had zero balance. And then I just spent. Anyways, I'm working on my finances. I am working on my debt essentially, and looking to add more debt because I want to buy. Me and my boyfriend are thinking about buying a house, so it's just like, yeah. I mean, eventually I will be out of the rat race that is debt in the future. That is still on my goal. It's on my, you know, on my mental, and I'm working towards it. Maybe taking a couple steps back, but you know, we know what the end is supposed to be. So another thing that I've started doing is working out, paying attention to my health. I'm going to the dentist. I've had a root canal. I had a cavity filling, and you know, I've just experienced I haven't, yeah. So I've been getting my health together. I've been focusing on what I'm eating, what I'm putting into my body. Right now I'm doing a challenge where I don't eat any bread. So I've been eating mostly veggies. I've also kind of looked into food combining, which is where you focus on keeping food categories together and then giving your body enough time in between to, you know, digest, and then you may switch to another category depending on what you're eating for that day. So it's been going good. I don't think I've necessarily lost any weight. It's only been 2 weeks. So, but yeah. Okay. So that's that. And as far as mental health, my mental health is a lot better these days. I had been in counseling because I was just, I knew that I needed to go to counseling because of my dad passing away. So I did take the time to see a therapist that was provided by the school. So if you're in class or in your school, definitely if you need any assistance, they should have resources at your school. So yeah. So I just did that. So my therapist definitely helped me understand that there's no coping skills for grief. Number one, it's more of like accepting the feelings of feeling sad, accepting the feelings of, you know, this person is no longer here. What does that loss mean to you? What did that person mean to you? And going through life and adjusting and looking at the relationships that you have now and adjusting. So very helpful. I think for me, the first 2 years, or, you know, almost 2 years, were just like shock. Like I was just shocked in disbelief, couldn't believe that, you know, he's gone and things like that. And so I think now I'm into the actual grief portion of it, where I feel the sadness more. I may cry more. I think about more of, you know, when he was here, this is what, you know, thinking about more of like the same situations, but without him being present. So like, you know, feeling like just different things of, he meant a lot to me. I'll just say that. He meant a lot to me, and it's definitely a lot to adjust to. So therapy was definitely helpful with just kind of helping me to think about things different, put names to my feelings, and just really really talk it out. Because it's not like I don't, like, even with my friends, my family, you know, I will verbalize like, hey, I'm sad or whatever, but it's different to talk to a therapist, in my opinion, different to talk to a therapist and kind of just discuss like for them to help you explore through different things. So I thought it was very helpful. If I need it in the future, I will definitely utilize therapy again. So that brings up religion. So I haven't necessarily, actually, I kind of have made a little bit of progress in that area. I'm not going to church or reading my Bible or anything like that, but I have, you know, prayed a couple times when in different scenarios. So I am not as angry anymore. I would say, like, I did let my family know, like, you know, it'll be my own time when I decide to go back into church. I don't want to be forced into it, and that took a lot for me to say to my mom. I didn't say it to my grandma, but I did say it to my mom and my godfather. And so it's just like, just let me do it in my own time. I know that you all care a lot and your relationship with God means a lot to you. But just, I don't want to be forced into it. It's not going to make it genuine, you know, even if I went to church, and because this happened before, like go and, you know, you feel emotional, the spirit is high, and then you go right back to doing whatever you were doing before you went. And I've just never been a fan of that. I don't want to be that person. So, you know, not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying, I just personally, that's not for me. So I just verbalized that. And I think I'm like a baby step forward. But overall, it's been an interesting journey, and I might do a video about it. It's just about kind of like making my own decisions and being more balance. I don't know. I'm still in the phase of, you know, I'm still trying to figure it out. So I might do a video, might not, until I figure it out, or I might, just because that is a part of, you know, maybe someone's spiritual journey where they're in a place where they're, you know, I'm like, I can't not believe, as far as like, okay, you know, I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm an atheist now, but I'm in that place where I'm figuring it out. And yeah, I'm figuring it out slowly but surely, very slowly. So as far as relationships go, I am focusing a lot more on the relationships that I do have right now currently in my life. I have an amazing boyfriend and we're in a great relationship. You know, of course we have our different ways of communicating. We always have to be like, hey, this is what I meant, this is what you meant, that kind of thing. But overall, relationship is great. He's definitely been here for me throughout the different things that is going on. And yeah, this is kind of one of the things I talked about in therapy. It's just like, I don't know, it's like, yeah, I can say I love you and I care about you, but then when it's like, okay, what did that person mean to you? I do have a little bit of a problem verbalizing that. So anyways, the relationship is going really well. I do look forward to our future together. And as far as friends go, or friends and family, like I said, I am trying to focus on the relationships that I have, make sure I, you know, spend time with people, even though I'm in school and don't really have a lot of time, you know, just reaching out to people or making sure, you know, if somebody has an event or something, that I could try to come, even if I should be doing schoolwork that day. So it's definitely about having a balance while being at school. And I am definitely trying to focus on my relationships with people and let people know that they're important to me. And you know, not saying that you should too, but exactly. So for the future of this channel, I'm still going to be making my various variety of videos, from social work to hair to travel to eventually movie reviews. I really would like to do that eventually. I'm like trying to, you know, work on the format of what I want it to look like and everything like that. So I'm hoping I could do that. I am have tons of videos, tons of videos that are not edited, but you know, hopefully, I have, well, not hopefully, I have a plan to get them out. I got a plan to get them out. And so I'm just ready. I miss YouTube, you know, I miss talking to essentially myself because nobody else is here, and people don't really comment on my videos even if they do watch. So I say that to say I miss YouTube. That's all I say is I miss YouTube. But anyways, if you guys have any questions or any video ideas that you want me to do, definitely leave those in the comments. If you know, I already said, if you're having questions about case management, social work, school, you know, pursuing your master's, anything like that, just of course let me know in the comments below, and I always respond. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel and for coming to see me. I'll see you soon.